Hi, Matt Filippo and Gary Hawkins here from the Kennebec Journal. We're here at the Bangor Auditorium. Just watched the Richmond boys drop a really tough 40-37 decision to Central Aroostook in the Class D boys basketball state championship game. Gary, really looked like a blowout at halftime. Central Aroostook was up 25-10. Really looked like it was going to be a 30-40 point game. What was the difference in the second half?
Well, a couple things were factors. I think Richmond basically was just more aggressive in the second half, but also Mike Christie came back. He sat the entire second period with 3 fouls, and he scored all 12 of his points in the second half. And I think he gave them that offensive spark because he took it to the basket and also got to the foul line. Another factor, I think, is Central Aroostook pulled the ball out fairly early with about 4.5 minutes left. And although that was a pretty good strategy, they really became pretty passive out there and turned it over 3 or 4 times and allowed Richmond to get back into the game. I was talking to the coach, Tim Brewer, and as he mentioned before the game, and he said after, if I win by 1, we're still taking the gold ball home. So, I memean, I'm sure they're happy. Central Aroostook is actually 5-0 in state championship games. And Richmond, conversely, is 0-4 for their last. They made 4 straight trips to the state championship game and come up empty each time, although 3 of those were close games, and including a previous encounter with Central Aroostook that they lost by 1 point. But a pretty good season all in all for Richmond. I think they finished overall at 16-4, and pretty good when you consider they basically played 5 guys the whole season.
And just to get to the state championship game 4 years in a row, what does that say about their program?
Well, they have a good program. I mean, I think the other thing, they've had quite a run of athletes come through there. I mean, they had a 6'10" guy there for 2 seasons that helped them get there, and they've had some good athletes. It goes in spells, and also obviously Phil Hoodlet's a good coach. Paul Lancaster was also in on one of those state championship games. Phil was his assistant at the time, and they have good coaching and for sure, and a good tradition down there. But they've had a run of athletes that certainly helped them.
So the Richmond boys fall just short once again, but boy, they gave us a heck of a show in the second half. Nothing to be ashamed of there.